Imagine a small investment today, just a few $100s, growing over time into hundreds of thousands, even millions, and think about what that could mean for your financial future. Because what many people don't understand is that opportunities like the Iraqi Dinar are rare and require patience, faith, and timing, not hype or guesswork. And when we look at history, we see countless examples of people who started with very little and ended up with enormous wealth simply because they recognized potential early and held on through uncertainty, like those who invested in Bitcoin in 2012, where a single coin was worth just $5, and today, that same investment would be worth over $1 million, or Ethereum in 2015, when a $100 investment could have become over $250,000 if held long enough. And while cryptocurrencies are volatile and often unpredictable, the Iraqi Dinar presents a different type of opportunity because it cannot be traded like crypto on a daily basis. Its potential lies in a major event that could change everything overnight. A revaluation that transforms small holdings into substantial wealth. And that is why patience and knowledge are critical, because timing is everything, and reacting too early or too late can mean the difference between a modest gain and a life-changing return. And the story of the dinar is also a story of faith and guidance, because many investors were not led by speculation alone, but by spiritual insight, personal dreams, or confirmation from trusted communities. And whether you approach it through research, networking, or personal revelation, the lesson remains the same. Long-term vision combined with preparation is the key to unlocking extraordinary outcomes. And when we study patterns in other investments, we see how those who stay committed, who resist the temptation to sell at every peak, end up far ahead of the crowd. And unlike cryptocurrencies where most people sell at early gains, the dinar's revaluation is a single moment. And if you're prepared, you are positioned to benefit fully. And this requires not only understanding the currency itself, but also the historical context, the geopolitical factors that influence the timing, and the strategies that experienced investors have used for decades, because over time, knowledge compounds just like money. And those who combine insights from economic trends, personal experience, and community wisdom are the ones most likely to realize the full potential of this investment. And it is also about mindset, about believing in something that seems impossible to most people, about having the discipline to hold through. Years of waiting while others dismiss it as fantasy, because history proves that what seems improbable can become reality when patience meets opportunity. And in the same way that early adopters of Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other emerging markets became millionaires, the same principle applies here. Yet the dinar has its unique advantages, including being a regulated physical currency that cannot fluctuate day to day in a speculative market, which reduces some risks but demands commitment. And this is why many investors choose to diversify, placing portions of their expected gains into other long-term opportunities like XRP, building a portfolio that is resilient, strategic, and aligned with their financial goals. And through this process, they learn more than just investment strategies. They learn patience, discipline, research skills, and how to interpret signals from both market trends and spiritual guidance. Because the journey of the dinar is as much about preparation as it is about profit, and in understanding taxes, regulations, and proper legal strategies. Investors position themselves to keep as much as possible of what they earn, because when large sums are involved, even small percentages matter, and the lessons from history, from financial cycles, and from long-term investors show that consistent preparation, even in uncertainty, is the path to extraordinary results. And the beauty of this investment is that it tests more than just financial acumen. It tests your ability to believe in something bigger than yourself, to trust your research, your intuition, and your community. Because those who succeed often do so not because they are the smartest, but because they are the most prepared, the most patient, and the most willing to stay committed when others doubt. And the Iraqi Dinar is a perfect example of this principle in action. Because for over 15 years, people have held, studied, and waited. And while the moment of revaluation is unpredictable, the potential is enormous. And through stories of long-term investors, We see examples of discipline paying off, of faith being rewarded, and of opportunities realized that many would have considered impossible. And this is why understanding history, global economics, and spiritual or personal guidance matters, because it shapes the decisions that lead to success. And as we look at other high-potential investments like cryptocurrencies or emerging markets, the parallels are clear. Early recognition, patience, strategic diversification, and belief in the process are what separate those who succeed from those who merely hope. And every dollar invested, every decision made, every lesson learned compounds over time, creating not just wealth but knowledge, resilience, and foresight, which are priceless assets in their own right. And this journey is ongoing because markets change, geopolitical events shift, and the timing of a revaluation can hinge on factors beyond any one individual. Yet being informed, prepared, and connected to a community of like-minded investors increases the likelihood of success exponentially. And this is the essence of what makes the Iraqi Dinar so compelling. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term strategy, a test of patience, and an opportunity that has rewarded those willing to wait and prepare. And as we reflect on the lessons from other investments, we see a recurring theme. Extraordinary outcomes are reserved for those who plan, who wait, who research, and who refuse to be swayed by short-term noise or skepticism. And the stories of dreams, revelations, and guidance that brought people into the dinar illustrate that this is about more than just money. It's about vision, belief, and understanding that timing is everything. And while no one can predict the exact moment, those who are ready, who have positioned themselves wisely, who understand the historical context, tax implications, and geopolitical landscape are the ones who will benefit the most, and by holding, learning, and strategizing. Even small investments can lead to results that are unimaginable today, transforming not only finances, but perspective, patience, and understanding. And as this journey continues, each investor has the opportunity to prepare, to position, and to learn, so that when the moment comes, they are not only ready to act, but ready to thrive. And this is why the Iraqi dinar remains a story worth following, studying, and believing in, because it exemplifies how preparation, patience, knowledge, and belief can converge to create possibilities that many would dismiss as impossible. But for those who understand, for those who wait, for those who hold the reward, can be life-changing. And while the world debates, speculates, and doubts, the patient investor sees opportunity, and the lesson is timeless. Extraordinary results often come to those who see beyond the immediate, who prepare for the long term, who remain disciplined, and who believe that what seems impossible today can become reality tomorrow.